After multiple mass shootings this summer, SMTV reporter Stephanie Perez-Munoz looked into the university's procedures for an active shooter.
There are new tariffs taking effect this month. SMTV reporter Sophia Vetrano alerts USM students to the changes coming soon.
Also, Mississippi has once again ranked in the top 10 for obesity rates in America. SMTV reporter Gabby Cox spreads awareness for the cause of the high rates and how to help combat the crisis.
Our soccer team has been on a losing streak recently. Hear about the updates on them and our preview for Southern Miss football. All this and more on today's episode of SMTV.
From the Chuck Scarborough Television Studio on the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi, this is SMTV News. News you can use.
Good morning, I'm Kennedy Drake.
And I'm Gabby Cox.
Throughout the summer, there were multiple mass shootings in America, the most recent being in Minneapolis at a Catholic school this past Tuesday. Reporter Stephanie Perez-Munoz looked into how USM is prepared if this were to happen here in Hattiesburg.
Active shootings in America have been an issue for years. Students are expressing how they think USM is prepared. Sophomore Kennedy Marshall believes that USM is equipped to handle an active shooting.
I feel like USM is prepared because if you go on campus, the camp police is pretty, they're pretty vigilant.
On the other hand, senior Gabby King does not feel that USM is prepared for an active shooting.
Personally, no, just because of Hattiesburg in general. I feel like most shootings that have happened aren't handled efficiently because they keep happening repetitively over and over again.
Although students have mixed emotions about our active shooting procedures, Chief of Police Rusty Keys assures that USM is prepared.
First thing to know is that no active shooter situation is the same. There's the unknowns, things you cannot factor in, but to overall plan and prepare for situations such as an active shooter, UPD, the University of Southern Mississippi, is very prepared.
University police had their annual active shooter training this month. Chief Keys explains why training with local authorities is important.
We train together so we all do the same thing at the same time. We know how to respond. We know what kind of teams we got to put together to respond to the situation and what kind of building and how to communicate. We talk the same language. So that's why we train, and that training is very successful. We've been doing it for years.
Students can visit usm.edu/police for more information such as an active shooter training video. I'm Stephanie Perez-Munoz with SMTV.
Students can also visit usm.edu/police/eagle-alert to sign up for more personal email, text, and phone calls in case of an emergency.
President Trump's tariff policies have been in effect since the beginning of August. SMTV reporter Sophia Vetrano has more on what this means for students here at Southern Miss.
No, I do not know anything about the tariff policy.
No, I honestly don't think any of the younger kids watch the news. And if they do, then they know, but I don't think most do.
USM political science professor Dr. Joseph Weinberg explains what these new policies mean.
We're going to start raising tariffs on trading partners, which means they have to pay money to sell their stuff in our country. So imports are going to get more expensive. It's like a tax on other countries instead of a tax on ours.
Over the past few months, the Trump administration has put numerous tariff policies in place. Depending on the country, the tariff can range from 10% all the way up to 50%. This, of course, puts an increased price on everyday items. Although some price changes are not set to hit yet, a few students are claiming to already see an increase.
I feel like you can go places and buy stuff, but it's prices just keep going up, and it just keeps getting worse and worse for everyone.
Dr. Weinberg encourages students to become more involved in the evolving changes.
Well, no, I don't think ever fine in your college bubble if it means not paying attention to things that are going on. It's the sort of thing that it's something to take into consideration if it's the kind of policy that you like and you think we should do more of.
These new policies may be confusing, but it's important to stay in the loop because you never know how it'll affect you. Sophia Vetrano, SMTV News.
Mississippi has once again ranked in the top 10 for obesity rates in America. According to the Mississippi Department of Health, in 2023, more than 40% of Mississippians are obese. New studies for 2025 showed that the state still ranks in the top 5 for obesity, coming in this year at 39.1%. Dr. Vicki Reed says there are lots of ways people can fight obesity on small and large scales, one step at a time.
One step at a time, one day at a time. So as simple as if you have a pair of walking shoes, just get out. You decide, I'm going to walk today.
Practicing good habits can be one way people who are obese can live a healthier lifestyle.
Southern Miss has recently gained a $2 million grant from the National Science Foundation to boost the STEM student success. It was granted by the STEM program and is targeted to incoming freshmen who require Calculus 1 as a part of their course curriculum. The NSF grant will start a new scholarship program called the Last Dollar Scholarship. The grant aims to increase the graduation rate for STEM majors and covers the gap between the cost of attendance and federal scholarships. Associate Professor of Chemistry Jonathan Hugh Broom says that the scholarship fund is worth $1.9 million, going towards students working on STEM degrees.
So the grant is $1,997,000, and about 65% of that will go to scholarships for students who are U.S. citizens who are working toward earning a STEM degree.
Before we head to the break, Kiara Fox is going to let us know exactly what's going on with today's weather.
For today's forecast, it's going to be hot and sunny with a high of 94 degrees. Expect a warm evening with temperatures dropping to around 73 overnight with only a 10% chance of rain. So, if you've got outdoor plans, you're in the clear. Coming up after our break, we will give you our 6-day forecast and some new additions to Hattiesburg.
The Sleep Shop at Furniture Direct offers the largest selection of Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster, which means you can buy it today and sleep on it tonight. Come experience the cooling comfort of Tempur-Pedic, the ultimate support of Stearns & Foster, and of course, the most trusted name in sleep, Sealy Posturepedic. Why settle for less when you can sleep on a Sealy for $4.99, plus get the sheets and pillows for free? The Sleep Shop at Furniture Direct in Hattiesburg, Columbia, and Laurel.
Community Journalism Center, amplifying truth and combating false information across Southeast Mississippi, reporting what matters and giving control to the community. With our What is True hotline, we're fighting back against misinformation and disinformation, making sure our communities get the facts straight from the source. Through trusted journalism and a dedicated fact-checking process, we ensure every story is accurate and fair. The Roy Howard Community Journalism Center at the University of Southern Mississippi, reporting what matters through the Scripps Howard Foundation. Visit rhcjcnews.com.
Today's forecast, let's take a look at our 6-day forecast. Tomorrow is cooler and more comfortable with a high around 82 and a low of 70, a nice break from today's heat. Saturday we're warming up slightly with a high of 85, still mild in the evening with a low of 70. And Sunday's a bit hotter with a high of 88 and a low of 69. Great weather if you're spending time outdoors, and lucky for us, Labor Day is looking mostly sunny with a high of 87 and a low of 68. Still feeling warm, but not too intense. Yet, we start classes again near 90 with a high of 89 and a low of 67. Classic late summer weather, and Wednesday we have another warm day. High of 90 and a low of 68. Summer is holding up strong. Now, let's look into those rain chances. Heads up for Friday, rain chances jump to 52% chance, so you might want to keep an umbrella handy, especially in the afternoon or the evening. It's our wettest day coming up. Saturday cools off a bit with a 42% chance of rain, still a toss-up, but not a washout. Maybe just body showers here and there. Then starting up Sunday, we get into a bit of a steady pattern. 24% chance of rain for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That means some light sprinkles are possible, but mostly the day is still dry. And finally, Wednesday brings a slight drop to a 17% of rain, so the week wraps up fairly calm and dry. So overall, watch out for Friday and Saturday, but the rest of the week is more cloudy with a chance of maybe. Enjoy the mix and keep an umbrella nearby just in case.
Thank you for informing us on the weather, Kiara. You know, I heard over the weekend you had the chance to visit a local restaurant.
Yes, I did. So a new bar and grill near USM is serving up more than just food. It's bringing locals together and students. Just 2.5 months after opening its doors, Harbor Bar and Grill is serving a new flavor to the Hattiesburg community. Part owner Almond Mitra talks about how necessary this project was.
But I think we really needed a place that kind of brought both like really good food and a good fun atmosphere, all in a place that can be really accessible by the USM student.
Well, I was working at a location previously where it was a further commute, and this is perfect for me because it's right across from campus, and I'm a business student, and Sienna Hall is right there. I could literally walk if I wanted to. So it had a positive effect on me.
Positive impacts aren't the only thing being created.
Louisiana vibe, Louisiana cuisine. We have beignets, we got po' boys, we have pastas, all kinds of really good food, and then also a bar environment that's kind of, best of both worlds.
And some days, and we just have karaoke or college night, so it just depends on the crowd. We pretty much bring out every demographic, honestly.
The Harbor is taking off fast, even preparing for USM's first home game with a unique way of providing music.
And having dueling DJs. So I'm going to take the first block right after the game. I'll play 2 until 5, and then DJ CQ will be here 5 till 7. I'm coming back 7 till 10. Really excited about that. It's going to be like a dancing through the decades vibe. I'm doing all 70s at 7, 80s at 8, 90s at 9. Then CQ comes back 10 till close, dropping all the bangers.
If you want to get a taste of good food and fun, be sure to bring out friends and family to the Harbor right across from USM campus. You can visit them at 6168 US 49. Kiara Fox, SMTV.
If you have any more questions about the Harbor Bar and Grill, you can call their direct line at 601-602-408.
With school back in full swing, some USM students still need school supplies. But as inflation increases, they are looking forward to ways to get ready for the new semester. The Office of Sustainability offers students free school supplies last week, an effort to help students get resources and prices go up through the country. Manager of Sustainability Operations, Melissa Olsen, states that this event is a rewarding experience and overall a success for students.
They would tell me their stories about how when they first got to USM and they were just struggling financially and just finding, certain types of textbooks, saved them a few $100s, and just getting those hugs of thanks. I'm just like, oh, that just warms my heart. It's great.
The Office of Sustainability says that this program not only helps students save money, but also teaches the value of recycling and giving back.
Last Friday, the Pride of Mississippi Marching Band presented Pride Preview at Spirit Park. Students, staff, and alumni gathered to get a glimpse of what to expect this upcoming season. The preview featured new routines, new music, arrangements, and showcased the hard work students have been putting in since summer preseason. The guest conductor for the year's Pride Preview was Allison Easterwood, Vice President for Finance and Administration. The Pride of Mississippi will be performing again at Screaming Eagles on Friday at The Rock starting at 5:30 p.m. After the break, we have sports with our SMTV sports anchor, an exclusive interview with the new stadium DJ for Southern Miss this football season.
The Sleep Shop at Furniture Direct offers the largest selection of Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster, which means you can buy it today and sleep on it tonight. Come experience the cooling comfort of Tempur-Pedic, the ultimate support of Stearns & Foster, and of course, the most trusted name in sleep, Sealy Posturepedic. Why settle for less when you can sleep on a Sealy for $4.99, plus get the sheets and pillows for free? The Sleep Shop at Furniture Direct in Hattiesburg, Columbia, and Laurel.
Community Journalism Center, amplifying truth and combating false information across Southeast Mississippi, reporting what matters and giving control to the community. With our What is True hotline, we're fighting back against misinformation and disinformation, making sure our communities get the facts straight from the source. Through trusted journalism and a dedicated fact-checking process, we ensure every story is accurate and fair. The Roy Howard Community Journalism Center at the University of Southern Mississippi, reporting what matters through the Scripps Howard Foundation. Visit rhcjcnews.com.
What's going on, Golden Eagles? I'm Gabe Calhoun, and I'm back for another year of an exciting sports segment. Let's get right into it for you guys. Starting with soccer, my guy coach Muhammad Alzir and the women's soccer team. He's had a lot of new talent with transfers and new freshmen, and with that comes growing pains, as we've lost our first 4 games, 0-6 to Memphis, 0-1 to Southern, 0-3 to Auburn, and a close one, 0-1 to Ole Miss. But times will change, as the next game is today at 5 o'clock against Mississippi Valley State at the Mississippi Valley State Soccer Complex, hoping for something different. Continuing the trend with our powerful USM women's sports, volleyball has a huge opportunity to start the season off right at the Stetson Hatters Invitational. Game 1 will be Friday, August 29th at 1 versus Lamar University. Game 2 will be August 30th, that Saturday at 11:30, and Game 3 will follow August 30th at 3 versus Stetson. Now for the greatest thing since sliced bread, college football is back, and Coach Huff and the guys are here to win, with a tough contest against Mississippi State to start the season off. The game has only been played 5 times at the Rock. This will be the 6th one, and it'll have a little bit of a special feel, as it'll be broadcast on mainstream ESPN kickoff at 11 o'clock. For our player of the week, it goes to Miss Suni Shepard. She was named the SBC Libero of the Year. A libero is the person on the volleyball court with a different color shirt, so she's not hard to find. She was one of the top defensive players in the conference last year, averaging 569 digs, 63 assists, or 85 assists and 63 aces. She was also ranked 2nd in DPS, which is digs per set. We're hoping for the same from Miss Suni, and we wish her good luck here at SM2. I'm Gabe Calhoun, as always, your man with the plan, and Southern Miss to the top.
This summer, SMTV producer Micah Gibbs had the opportunity to sit down with DJ Cujo, the new stadium DJ for Southern Miss football season. Here's a look at the exclusive interview.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? If you were to describe yourself to a stranger, how would you describe DJ Cujo?
DJ Cujo is motivated, consistent, disciplined, committed to entertaining. DJ Cujo is someone that loves his city, someone that loves his school, someone that loves people. So.
Yeah, of course. And keeping up with that, you know, for figuring out who DJ Cujo is, you know, I read that your dad was a musician, you know, you played the piano and guitar, your mom was a singer.
Yep.
So how did that upbringing kind of play into who you are now and like the man that you are now?
Just being around and watching my mom and my dad's work ethic, it transferred to me. My dad always taught me to give a little more. My mom always taught me to go in with excellence, anything that I do. So being around them and their love for music just transferred to me. Although I didn't get the playing gene, my daughters did, I didn't. But being able to DJ and still work with music has been a blessing.
Yeah, you just have to find a different lane. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You gotta find out where it works for you.
Yeah, of course. So transitioning to DJ, how did you get started in DJing?
I actually started DJing the day that Michael Jackson passed, my official time. This is before your time, but we used to have this thing called LimeWire and Napster and BearShare, and I was one of the only people that had a laptop, which is crazy. And I would go around Jones, USM, Pearl River, and I would be the person that burned CDs. Michael Jackson passed away, and I would do mixes as well, like mashups that you see on TikTok and social media now. I did that back in the day. And I did a Michael Jackson mix. And the person that y'all know me as is Cujo on the campus of USM. My big brother, DJ Sweat, was the Cujo of our time. And he was at the club. He was like, I'm going to play it. And he ran it like twice. And I think he was getting ready to move up north. And me, him, and 2 of my other partners, Rob and Nelson, we were at his house and put the mix out. He played it at the club, It went crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually where Nostalgia is, Club Nostalgia is. It was called Club Palace then.
Yeah.
And he played it at Club Palace, and it went crazy, and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's great to see. So just a little bit more about DJing. How does it feel to be up there? When you're up there, when you're looking at the people, how do you feed off of that crowd, and how do you carry on that vibe?
DJing is about energy, and energy transfers. If I'm showing energy and playing music that I'm vibing, I go out, look out and see a student or see a mom or see a auntie or see a dad, and they're bobbing their head. All right, I'm in the right zone. And so I see another table or another group of students, they dancing. All right, we in the mix. So it's all about energy and transferring that energy and making sure people have a good time.
Yeah, and I definitely feel the energy. Whenever you in the building, I'm like, yeah, this is DJ Cujo. Especially, I think it was a basketball game, and I was like, I remember, I was going to work, and I was like, is DJ Cujo gonna be there? They was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm finna get there early.
Man,
I want to hear that. I want to be there because it gives everybody in that mood to watch the game and cheer on the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, I tell people, get there for the pregame. Yeah. If you want to hear the party music, you want to hear the club vibe, get there for the pregame, because when more fans come in, like typically it's students and the players, so I can play like I'm playing at like SMAC events or on campus.
Yeah.
When the older fans or the younger fans get there, I have to broaden it to where everybody enjoys the music. Yeah. So if you want to get that club experience at the game, get there for the pregame, whether it's basketball, volleyball, or football, get there for the pregame and we gonna party.
Yeah, most definitely. And speaking of those three sports, congratulations on being a stadium DJ for us this year.
Thank you.
Can you just tell me about how that process went and what made you want to be the stadium DJ for Southern Miss?
So I've been DJing for Southern Miss for 15 years. Yeah. I think this is year 2 or 3 DJing sports. I always wanted to DJ sports. This USM was my first choice, and it happened by God's favor, man, just to be honest. I want to say 2022, 2023, the Pride was double booked. The pep band was double booked for a basketball game. President Joe Paul reached out to Jim Cole and Damian Duff and asked what could we do. They immediately said call Cujo.
Yeah.
Got with the Alumni Association. We talked about it with we might have 5,000 people there. I was like, cool, I'm praying for 6,500. God bless us with, I think, 8,300 people there. My first sports event ever.
Yeah.
And we rocked out. And we won. And we beat ULL. So,
top.
You know what I'm saying?
Right
we won and beat ULL.
For the full interview, visit our YouTube channel at Southern Miss Student Media Center. Now, as excited I am about DJ Cujo, I'm even more thrilled for the football games. Now, Gabby, are you going to the football games?
I plan to attend a couple football games here and there. I'm really hoping that we can pull out some wins. And then also I want to invite my friends. Maybe we can go tailgating and also hit up a few after parties. What about you?
That sounds so exciting. I'm so excited for the Pride of Mississippi marching band and the color guard. Now, I'm going to be performing on Friday, and they're having an Elvis show. Ooh. They're having Led Zeppelin. They're having so many fun things. So you guys better come and don't miss out on that.
Yes, that sounds so exciting. Well, thank you guys so much for watching SMTV News. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to Southern Miss Student Media. You can also find us on Instagram at sm2.usm. If you would like to submit a news tip, you can email us at sm2news@usm.edu.
Remember to pick up the latest copy of the Student Prince newspaper, available on campus and at locations across Hattiesburg. And don't forget, you can get SMTV News on demand, additional SMTV programs, and WSM Radio anytime on our website, sm2media.com. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you on our next newscast. I'm Kennedy Drake.
And I'm Gabby Cox. And always remember, Southern Miss
to the top.